मोदीजींनी यांना एवढं पोचलंय की काय विचारायला नको.
हरे कृष्ण.
ते ऑन करा. मी बॅटरी चार्जिंग वर लावलं तर वर करा.
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण. और बढ़ाइए.
हाँ, तीच एवढा आवाज नाही, फुल केलेला आहे.
अच्छा, बढ़ा दिया, ठीक है. हरे कृष्ण.
नाही येत आवाज.
ते आता त्याच्या प्रभावापुढे आपला प्रभाव कमी.
नमो विष्णु कृष्ण कृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति स्वामी नामिने. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारिणम् जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्रीमद् भगवद गीता यथारूप चैप्टर 3 कर्म योगा टेक्स्ट नंबर 7 यस्त्वेन्द्रियाणि मनसा नियम्यादभस्त्रेर्जुन कर्मेन्द्रियाणि कर्मयोगम् असक्ता सा विशिष्यते। Translation.
On the other hand, if a sincere person tries to control the active senses by the mind and begins karma yoga in Krishna consciousness without attachment, he is by far superior.
Karma means doing, everyone does karma, some activity. And when that activity is done for Krishna, for Krishna's pleasure, then it is karma yoga. So control your mind and senses. Here it is said to control the senses by the mind, but then mind should also be controlled to control the senses. If mind is not in control, how can you control the senses? So mind should also be in control. So mind should be in control. That means mind should be Krishna conscious. Then you perform your activity in Krishna conscious. Performing activity for Krishna, that means for Krishna's pleasure, not for your pleasure, not for any personal attachment. Then it is good. So Arjuna, he was saying that I will not fight. That is what he was saying. He was not interested in fighting. And Krishna said to him, fight in Krishna consciousness. So Arjuna wondered, if I have to be Krishna conscious, then how the fighting will take place. For him, Krishna consciousness and fighting cannot go together. So Krishna is explaining that control your mind in Krishna consciousness and then fight, then do activity. So either you are Krishna conscious or you are self conscious. When you are self conscious, you want the things, you do the things for the self fulfillment. When you are Krishna conscious, you do the activity for Krishna's pleasure. So this is what Krishna is saying to Arjuna. Do your activity in Krishna consciousness for Krishna's pleasure without any selfish attachment. That is better. So all our activities should be like this. Our every activity, whether we may be cleaning or cooking or administering something or driving or anything, it has to be Krishna conscious without any selfish fulfillment. Then it is okay. Otherwise, that activity will be binding us in this material world. Read further.
Instead of becoming a passive or transcendentalist for the sake of wanton living and sense enjoyment, it is far better to remain in one's own business and execute the purpose of life, which is to get free from material bondage and enter into the kingdom of God.
Wait. So some people may practice Krishna consciousness or religion to get the fulfillment of their material desires. Just like someone may go for darshan of Balaji so that his business will should prosper. Some person may go to Shiva's puja for some other material fulfillment like that. So these people are pseudo transcendentalists. That for the fulfillment of their selfish enjoyment, they are practicing some religion. So this is not good. So what should be done? Remain in your varnashram activity and execute the purpose of life. And what is the purpose of life? To go back home, back to Godhead. So basically it is saying don't practice religion for material fulfillment. Better do your varnashram activities as per your nature for Krishna consciousness or in Krishna consciousness. So don't practice religion for material fulfillment. It is saying practice your occupation, material occupation in Krishna consciousness. Okay? Don't practice religion for material fulfillment. Practice your material occupation for Krishna consciousness. Right? Don't go to temple for some material benefits. That way of going temple is not good. Instead, you are doing your own work and offering it for Krishna's pleasure. That is better. So like that it is saying. So basically, all activities which you have to do should be for Krishna's pleasure, not for selfish fulfillment. Read.
The prime Swartagati or goal of self-interest is to reach Vishnu. The whole institution of Varna and Ashrama is designed to help us reach this goal of life. A householder can also reach this destination by regulated service and Krishna.
Wait. So the system of Varnashram, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, these are the four categories of people in the society: teachers, administrators, business people, and the laborers. Most people are laborers. Okay. Those who do the production and profitable production, they are business people who are engaging so many other people also in that in their business. So, according to traditional Vedic Varnashram, you have to grow basically cow products and the grains, not factory products. That business is a mode of passion and ignorance. That is not good. It has to be in goodness. So cow products and the farm products, that's all. That is the business. Production has to be there. Some production for the benefit of the society. That is business. So business people. So society has laborers, business people, administrators, and teachers. So so their activities are designed in such a way, according to the scripture, that they will all attain Krishna. A teacher, he is not supposed to teach anything. He is ultimately supposed to teach about God and relationship with Him. That is teacher. Material things are taught as minimum as possible. Mostly the spiritual things are taught. That is teacher. And administrators, they are also administering the whole society in such a way that everyone is focused towards Krishna consciousness. And business people are producing which is healthy for Krishna consciousness. So like that. So the whole Varna and Ashram is designed in such a way that if one follows the principles of their Varna and Ashram, they will attain Krishna. So whether one is brahmachari or grahastha or vanprastha or sannyasi, everyone can attain Krishna, provided they follow the rules and regulation of their life. Hmm. So anyone can attain. Sometimes people doubt that Grahastha life one cannot attain Krishna. See, a clear statement is there is householder can also reach the destination by regulated service in Krishna consciousness. People don't practice it. The practice of most devotees practice is simply superficial practice for the sake of practice. They are not at all serious in practicing. Just like students are not very serious in studies. Many students not serious in studies. They go to school. Maybe they are going to school regularly, but they are not serious in studies. They are more interested in school socialization, meeting friends and all that. They are not serious in studies. So such people, we can't expect them getting good marks. So similarly, many practicing devotees, they are not very serious in practice. So we can't expect them to get good results in their devotional growth. And they give the excuse that householder life one cannot practice. Householder life is like that only. No, you should not give the excuse like this. You should become serious. By giving excuses and not practicing Krishna consciousness, whom are you protecting and whom are you cheating? If you are saying that no, in householder life it is not easy to practice Krishna consciousness, whom are you cheating? Whom are you protecting? You are protecting your bad way of living life, bad way of practicing Krishna consciousness. That's what you are protecting. So what gain you are going to get? If a student says, no, exam was tough, everyone gets less marks. Whom are you protecting? Your less marks you are protecting. You're justifying that I am getting less marks, that's okay. What are you going to gain by that? So this is how people talk. Devotees are talking like this. That in household life one cannot practice Krishna consciousness well. If you are so much knowledgeable like that, then why you entered into household life? That also people are not agreeing with. So then practice Krishna consciousness nicely. So basically, it's not a matter of householder life or brahmachari life. It's a matter of how serious you are in practice. If you are serious, even in householder life, you can be very good devotee. You know, today we celebrated whole day the disappearance Samadhi ceremony of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. He was householder. He was householder. And gradually he retired from his family life. And he became so serious in practice of Krishna consciousness, became sannyasi and did so much service to ISKCON, opened so many temples. You know, till last breath of his life, he was simply serving Shri Prabhupada. So one should not give excuses like this. That, oh, I am a householder, or I am this, or I am that, or this, or that. If you always give shelter, if you always take shelter of the excuses and not growing Krishna consciousness, we are only getting cheated. So one should not do like this. One should be serious in practice of Krishna consciousness. And in this life itself, we should return back home, back to Godhead. So Sri Prabhupada is clearly writing here. A householder can also reach the destination. What is the destination? Krishna's abode. So a householder can also reach the destination. And how? By regulated service in Krishna consciousness. Be Krishna conscious. People are not Krishna conscious. People are material conscious. That my house should be good, or I should have good salary, or that this material facility should be there, that should be there, my child should be like this or that, like that. All material things. So their practice of Krishna consciousness is practicing religion for material fulfillment, which is focus. Pseudo-transcendentalist. First statement. Instead of becoming a pseudo-transcendentalist for the sake of want of living and sense enjoyment. That's all. Only for material fulfillment they are practicing religion. Only for material fulfillment they are chanting Hare Krishna. This practice is not good. You practice your material occupation for Krishna's pleasure. Don't practice religion for your material fulfillment. Most devotees are doing opposite. Most devotees. They chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, they may be chanting 16 rounds. Why? For their material fulfillment. They may say in talk that we want Krishna, we want to go back home, back to Godhead. We want pure devotion. They will say, but in practice, what is happening? Only material fulfillment. Are you ready to forsake some of your material fulfillment for the pleasure of Krishna? Are you ready to do it? No. Why don't you, simple thing I say, why don't you adjust your life in such a way that sleep early, wake up early in the morning and chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? This much they don't do it. Why they have to remain awake early? What are they doing in the night? Are they earning money in the night? No one is earning money in the night. Job happens, your business happens hardly till 8 o'clock in the night. If you are a business person, if you have a regular job, then that also finishes early. Why you are awake so late? That means they are not giving priority to Krishna. They are giving priority only to material fulfillment. This should be happen, that should happen, this should happen, and likewise they spend the late night. And they will sleep late, wake up late, and chanting Hare Krishna happens somehow. This practice is not good. So one should be serious in practice of Krishna consciousness. So yes, we may find in ISKCON thousands and thousands of devotees. Isn't it? Of course, that is also very less. But still, you may find so many devotees coming to ISKCON. Like today, Samadhi ceremony happened. So many people, 20,000, 25,000, we don't know. That many people. But to come for the celebration like this for one day and show your devotion is not acceptable unless it is consistent in your life. One day show of devotion anyone can do. On Janmashtami, so many people remain awake late night. On Janmashtami, so many people fast. One day devotion anyone can do. But that is only superficial devotion. No, we have to be serious in devotional practice. Not just superficial. So, most people are not serious in their devotional practice. So, all these people are not going to go back home, back to Godhead. Too much crowd will be there. But don't assume that they are going back home, back to Godhead. They will get good destination. because they are practicing Krishna consciousness. They will get good destination. But only those who are very serious in practice of Krishna consciousness, they will attain Krishna's abode. Only those who are serious. Rest others will get good destination but remain in the material world only. Suffering cycle of birth and death. So better become serious in Krishna consciousness. That is good. So read further.
For self-realization, one can live a controlled life as prescribed in Shastras and continue carrying out his business without attachment, and in that way make progress.
Wait. So it says, live a controlled life or regulated life without attachment. So life should be disciplined. Life should not have any material attachment, material fulfillments. Okay. Then you will make progress. So people life is not disciplined, I already said. Simple discipline they cannot maintain, that they sleep early. There is a question of other disciplines. So people are not disciplined in their life. And people have too many material attachments. So how they will progress? A boat you are rowing whole night, but that boat is anchored to a pole. Then in spite of you rowing the boat whole night, it is not going to go ahead because it is anchored. Similarly, you may be practicing Krishna consciousness, but all your material attachments you are trying to satisfy. You are not going to grow. Only a layer of Krishna consciousness in your life, that's all. Nothing is sinking internally because material attachments are maintained internally. So, no material attachments and disciplined life, that is required. This is called a sadhana bhakti. Okay. So, no material attachments and disciplined life. People are weak in both. Lot of material attachments and no discipline. No discipline. Or very weak discipline. So you cannot expect people to grow in bhakti like this. So better have good discipline and no attachments. Okay, read further.
A sincere person who follows this method is far better situated than the false pretender who adopts show bottle spiritualization, spiritualism to cheat the innocent public. A
Yes,
sincere
wait. So like this we should practice. Disciplined life, no material attachment. But false pretender, what he will do? He will pretend to have a religious life. For how long you will do pretension? Only for some time. Only for some time you will do that pretension. That means it is not a regulated life. And they have a lot of attachments. This is false pretender. Show of religion. So they are simply making a show of religion for some material fulfillment, maybe to cheat the public. Like that. That is not good. Better be sincere. Disciplined, regulated life, no material attachments. Then you will grow nicely. Read.
A sincere sweeper in the street is far better than a cheater meditator who meditates only for the sake of making a living.
Yeah. So some people make being sadhu as a way of earning money. Why they're practicing religion? Because you can make money. Why they practice? Why they build a temple? So that they can make money. You build one temple, so many visitors will come, put money in hundi and all that. So practicing religion for material fulfillment. This is not good. Better than there is sincere sweeper in the street. Okay. Sincere sweeper. What does it mean? That means one who is doing his occupation in Krishna consciousness. That means he may be sweeping, getting some money, offering money for Krishna's pleasure. A sincere sweeper is far better than the one who makes a show of religion to cheat people and make money. Okay. So, so understand this. Sometimes some people appear very much popular in the field of religion. Just like there are popular people in the sports field, there are popular people in field of music and entertainment, there are popular people in the field of politics. Like that, there are popular people in the field of religion. You may be popular, but what are you doing with it? You are making a show of religion for some ulterior motive other than devotion to Krishna. You are practicing religion for any other motive other than devotion to Krishna is bogus. Better than that is a sweeper on the street who honestly is doing his work and offers money in Krishna's service. That person is better. That person is not valued by the society. But no issue, he is doing his work. He chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He does his work regulatedly. Whatever he gets, he offers it for Krishna's pleasure. For his life, he accepts Krishna's prasad. No one will value him. Krishna will value. And Krishna is not going to value all those popular religionists who are having so many ulterior motives other than devotion to Krishna. So many people may become very much famous as guru, but ultimately not much benefit. So better be sincere in Krishna consciousness. Even a sincere sweeper is far better. Okay? Next verse. नियतं कुरु कर्म त्वं कर्मं ज्यायो हि अकर्मणा शरीरयात्रापि च ते न प्रसिद्ध्येद कर्मणः. Read translation.
Perform your prescribed duty, for doing so is better than not for working. One cannot even maintain one physical body without work.
Yes, very common understanding. Very easy to understand this. First of all, not working is not possible. Everyone has to work. Who in this world is there who will not do any work? Even if you say that I don't do any work, at least you are breathing, at least you are sleeping, at least you are eating, you're doing some work, some activity you are doing. You may not be earning money, but you are doing the activity. So everyone is working. So first of all, not doing work is not possible. And even if it is accepted that he doesn't do any work, so Krishna is saying to maintain one's body without any work is not easy. It is possible. No, I don't earn money, I have too much money. But still, you will eat, that's work. You will breathe, that's work. Stop all work and then maintain body. It's not easy. That is also possible if someone is really exalted. He doesn't breathe, he doesn't eat, he doesn't do anything. Still body will be maintained. So for that he has to be very highly elevated. But in general, it's one cannot maintain their physical body without work. At least you are supposed to eat to maintain your body. One cannot maintain their body without work. And even if it is considered that you are not working, Krishna is saying nothing great about it. Because doing your prescribed duty is better than not working. Do your prescribed duty in Krishna consciousness is better than not working. Someone may say, I am Mauni, I don't speak anything. Krishna doesn't value it. Better speak about Krishna than remaining silent. Yes, instead of speaking all gossips, it's better that you remain silent. But Krishna doesn't appreciate even that. Earlier you got negative marking, now you got zero mark. Negative marking means gossiping. Zero mark means silence. Both are bad. Is getting zero is good? No, that is also bad. Negative marking is also bad, zero is also bad. You may say zero is better than negative marking, that much. But only foolish people will say like this. That zero is better than negative marking. It is correct, but it is foolishness to say like this. So being silent is not appreciated by Krishna. Or not doing any work is not appreciated by Krishna. Do Krishna conscious work. Don't do sin. Don't do sin. Doing no work is better than doing sin. But doing no work is also not so good. Do Krishna conscious work. That is acceptable. Get some positive marks instead of getting zero. Okay. So do your activities in Krishna consciousness. That means do your activity for Krishna's pleasure. That is wanted. That is better than not doing any work. Read further.
There are more Hindu meditators who misrepresent themselves as belonging to high parentage. and professional men who falsely pose that they have sacrificed everything for the sake of advancement in spiritual life.
Wait. Yes, some people may sacrifice so many material things. I don't live in big house. I don't eat luxurious food like that. Just like Mahatma Gandhi, we respect him. But to make you understand the point, Mahatma Gandhi, he sacrificed so much. He could have lived his good life earning money, but no, he sacrificed so much, lived a life of poverty. He could have earned a lot of money because he was a barrister, could have made a lot of money, but he sacrificed everything. And he was appearing as a saint like that. So, like that, some people may sacrifice so much and practicing some spiritual life. Okay. But they are not at all serious about true goal of spiritual life, devotional practices. Some spiritual life they practice. So Krishna doesn't appreciate that. I am saying very clear. All the religionists who are practicing their religion for any goal other than Krishna's pleasure, they are all pseudo transcendentalists. Krishna doesn't appreciate them. They are good, but zero marks. Krishna doesn't appreciate them. So better to have true devotional practice. Read.
Lord Krishna did not want Arjun to become a pretender.
Yes, Arjuna was also saying, I do not want kingdom, I will not fight. Let Duryodhan be a king. He was also showing that I am ready to sacrifice the kingdom. I don't want all these things. Krishna is saying, I don't want Arjuna to become a pretender like this. What is the use? You may say that I don't want kingdom, fine. What's the use of it? You are sacrificing so much for what? Only for maintaining your material relationship, that's all. What are you doing? What is there something spiritual in it? No spirituality. Only family relationship, that's all. For the sake of family relationship, you are saying that I will not fight, I do not want kingdom. Only for the sake of family relationship. This is not Krishna consciousness. Okay. For the sake of family, you are coming down from the standard of spiritual practice. You failed. You failed. For the sake of family, you are coming down from the standard of spiritual practice. You have failed. Krishna will mark. Oh, you have more attachment for your temporary families of this world than me. Krishna will mark that he has more attachment for the family. So let him remain in this worldly family. He doesn't want my family. This is what Krishna will notice. That he doesn't want my family, he wants his own mundane family. Just like children, they are playing with the toys. Okay, this is my house, and this is my servant, and this. Mother is calling child, child is not listening. Why? He is absorbed in his own family. So what mother will say, fine, child is not listening to me, he is absorbed in his own family, let me go alone or something. That's all. So child remains away from the parents. So like that. We remain away from Krishna because we are giving priority to the families of this world. We are not giving value to Krishna. Okay. So Arjuna was doing like this. I want my family, my brothers, my grandfather, my teacher, and all that. Fine. Of course, Krishna tried to persuade Arjuna. Finally, Arjuna agreed also. All right, Krishna, whatever you say is correct. I'm ready to fight. So don't become a pretender in Krishna consciousness. Be a serious practice of Krishna consciousness. Regulated in sleeping, regulated in waking, regulated in chanting, and do your work in good Krishna consciousness. Like that, be very disciplined. And then you will grow nicely. Don't keep material attachments, keep only attachment for Krishna's pleasure. Then you will grow nicely. Don't become cheater. So Arjuna, Krishna did not allow Arjuna to become cheater. He clarified everything and he made him work as per his will. Like that. So Krishna did protected Arjuna. But lesson to us is just like Krishna protected Arjuna from becoming pretender, similarly we should also remain protected and don't practice Krishna consciousness in pretension. Be a serious practitioner of Krishna consciousness. Read.
Rather, the Lord desired that Arjuna performed his prescribed duties as set forth for Kshatriyas. Arjuna was a householder and a military general, and therefore it was better for him to remain as such and perform his religious duties as prescribed for the householder Kshatriya.
Yeah, so do your occupation in Krishna consciousness. Okay, do your occupation in Krishna consciousness. That means for Krishna's pleasure. So I'm repeatedly saying this statement. Don't practice religion for material fulfillment. Practice material occupation for Krishna consciousness, for Krishna's pleasure. Don't practice Krishna consciousness for material fulfillment. Okay, very clear. So, Krishna wanted Arjuna to do his work, his military work or fighting work for Krishna consciousness, for Krishna's pleasure. Read.
Such activities gradually cleanse the heart of a mundane man and free him from a material contamination. So,
Yeah, so if you are disciplined in your practice and no attachments, if you are doing like this, then gradually our heart becomes more and more clean and we become free from material attachment, material contamination. Read.
so-called renunciation of the purpose of maintenance is never approved by the Lord, nor by any religious scripture.
Wait. So called renunciation for the maintenance. Hmm. Sometimes people accumulate things for good life, accumulate things for their better life. Or sometimes people may reject so many things, renounce so many things for the maintenance. Okay, both are bad. Living life for our own bodily maintenance is bad. Living life for Krishna's pleasure is the only good. So, so practicing renunciation, giving up things, and showing the world that see how much renounced I am, and increasing your following and getting so much donations from them just to maintain your life. So you got cheated. You know. So this is how we don't do work. Okay. So so-called renunciation for the maintenance is not good. So goal should be very clear, Krishna's pleasure. For Krishna's pleasure, you either renounce, for Krishna's pleasure, you make lot of money or material luxuries. Krishna's pleasure, it is okay. But if it is not Krishna's pleasure, any other ulterior motive, then you either renounce everything, you become a sadhu, or you may be accumulating so many material things. Both are bad. Because goal is not bhakti, goal is not Krishna. So it's very clear here that so-called renunciation for the maintenance is not good. And accumulating too many things also for maintenance is not good. Do it for Krishna consciousness. For Krishna consciousness, for Krishna's pleasure, if you want to renounce, very good. For Krishna's pleasure, if you want to accumulate, be very careful. You are saying that for Krishna's pleasure I am accumulating, but are you not enjoying them? Are you offering everything for Krishna and not enjoying them? So very dangerous. Renunciation for Krishna consciousness is always best. Krishna consciousness is the important key element. So renunciation for Krishna's pleasure is always good. And the second best option is fine, you may accumulate the needful things for Krishna's pleasure. That is second best. But renunciation for ulterior motive without Krishna's pleasure or accumulated things for Krishna's pleasure, for our ulterior motive, not Krishna's pleasure, both are bad. So Krishna's pleasure should be the important element. Then either you renounce or accumulate, both are okay. Of course, for accumulation, you have to be careful because it's very easy to become attached to the material things and doing things for those material objectives. Then it is not good. See, the great devotee like Bharat Maharaj, he became dear in his next life because of very small attachment. So, what to speak of common people of this world who are so much attached to the material things? How they will grow in bhakti? When Bharat Maharaj failed and he became dear, so what to speak of so many other people? So, yes, don't practice renunciation for maintenance. It should be only for Krishna's pleasure. Then it is good. Read.
After all, one has to maintain one's body and soul together by some work. Work should not be given up capriciously, without purification of materialistic propensities.
Wait. So, without any development of your consciousness, you are giving up work. It is not good. First, your heart should be purified, equipped to take up this step in your life that you are giving up your work. So, heart purification is important, and that happens only by bhakti, no other process. So, heart purification is very much important. So, just for showing up the world that you are giving up the work, okay, and in your heart, so much of material contamination, not good. Better do your work as per your varnashram and purify your heart. So, purification of heart is the important objective, or Krishna's pleasure is the important objective. So just work should not be given up capriciously. That you thought of about it and you gave it up. No. Ensure that devotion is rising. Ensure that heart is getting purified. Then it is okay. Read further.
Anyone who is in the material world is certainly possessed of the impure propensities of lording it over material nature, or in other words, for sense gratification.
Wait. I think we will read in the next class about it. But just a point. What is impurity in our heart? So Srila Prabhupada is saying, enjoyment is the impurity in our heart. Clearly saying that possessed of the impure propensity, or in other words, sense gratification. Sense gratification is enjoyment, material enjoyment. That's impurity. Okay. So that has to be removed. People will are simply living their life for material enjoyment, and if you ask them to stop it, they will say, then what is the use of life? No, this is animalistic life, material enjoyment. Human life is meant for Krishna consciousness, spiritual growth, not maintaining impurity in our life. So people feel a lot of pride in material development. See, I made a big house. See, I got such a big degree. See, I did this, did that, and all that. People derive a lot of pride in it, and people feel so great about talking about it. Right? It doesn't, it is simply impurity of your heart. Why don't you talk about Krishna consciousness? How are you practicing Krishna consciousness? So instead of talking about your material fulfillment, which is simply impurity, better talk about Krishna consciousness, Krishna's pleasure. Instead of your own selfish pleasure, better talk about Krishna's pleasure. So everyone in this material world has this impurity of sense gratification, material enjoyment, making oneself better than others. Everyone has this tendency. And if we are favoring this impurity, then we are not going to grow in bhakti. So I think we should stop here. We will comment about it more in the next class. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.